Okay, I am recording now.
All right, here we are at the Forge. We have a kick-ass show for you tonight. As you can hear, Dead is warming up. They're actually working on his mic, but we have with us right now Mr. Joe. And how's it going?
It's going great, man.
How's the store doing?
The what?
The tour.
Oh, the tour. Oh, I thought you said the store. I was like,
store.
oh, I don't know.
What store did you stop at?
Yeah. The tour's been great, man. We're on I think this is the 4th day, but it's been really good.
Yeah.
Really good receptions from everybody, and just seeing that fan base build every time we play.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
You know, I got bullet points of everything that I was supposed to talk to you about.
Okay.
But every time I talk to you guys, I already answered all that shit.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's like, you guys are the, up and comers. Well, we already knew that because I've talked to you guys for the last couple of years, and I already knew you guys were up and comers when you were up and coming.
Right.
And you're not up and coming no more. You're here. I mean, you guys.
I would agree with that.
You
yeah.
guys are legit. I mean, I told you that at open air that you guys. I heard you guys. I had to be out there. But one thing that we have not touched on is the name.
Okay.
DED.
Right.
And I got questions about it from listeners.
Okay.
Where did DED come from, Dead?
Yeah, like we've given it like a meaning and whatnot, but really the ultimate what it was when we were starting the band. It was just me and David kind of recording stuff in his studio, and we were just texting each other for fun, because like I said, I've said before, like when we started the band, we weren't planning on this whole make the songs, show it to the world, try to become successful with it whole thing. It was like we were just making it, and we wanted to just give the thing we were working on a title. And so we were like, let's call it, what do you want to call it? We came up with some certain things, and then Dead, DED just kind of sounded cool. And then it would always be like, do you want to go work on Dead today? What are you doing? So we just kind of did like that, and it was cool. It was simple, and it seemed like it fit what we were doing. And then as time went on, it's a bunch of different things now. Because we've been asked that question, and for whatever reason, we were like, oh, it's this and this and this and this. Everybody says different stuff. So that's really the ultimate answer. It was just we thought it sounded cool. It was concise. It was bold. It was simple. It's a play on the words of something dead, and the music's really heavy and violent and sounding and whatnot. So it worked that way. It's an abbreviation for dedicated as well, which is for us playing music for a very long time, in our opinion anyway. That works for that. It's just a bunch of different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I get a lot of questions. Is it initials for something?
Right. No, not initials for anything.
No. Okay.
But it's also from
Dedication.
It's from Spawn too. He says you're going to be DED dead.
Yeah.
It's from a bunch of things. That's where I think it manifested in me. I feel like it came from different things, and that's where it came out of my head. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a super well thought out thing. It was just it came out of me, and I think it came from pop culture and just life. And people use that term online when something's super scary or super funny. They say they're dead.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like it was me seeing it all of these different places, and then it came through me, and that's where it came from.
So what
it's
you're
not
saying
super
is you're
deep.
nerds too, from Spawn and
Yeah, it was in Spawn. It was in Men in Tights. He says something there too.
Tights.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
yeah,
God.
we love. I mean, we love movies. We love movies. So yeah. I know that's a random reference, but
God. That was just on a couple weeks ago. I was watching it.
It's still hilarious,
Oh
man.
my
Yeah,
God, that's
love that
so
growing
funny.
up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So another question is, and I'm going to try and fill in because I know I've interviewed you guys a few times.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and fill in with listeners now.
Okay.
When you guys are on the road and you guys get a song in your head, do you guys work on it then and then wait for you guys to get back into the studio, or how do you guys work with music on the road?
Like writing a new song?
Right, yes.
I mean, it's just like when you are writing a new song, no matter where you are, there's all kinds of different ways to do it. For me, I'll just kind of sing it into my voice memo thing on my phone.
Okay.
I know a lot of other singers do that too, but David and Matt will David will have a riff, him and Matt will jam it out at sound check or whatever. There's no set way to do it. For us, it's always just kind of you do with what you can, and the way technology is now is you can do so many things now. You know what I mean? To jot an idea down. So I mean, I'll even beatbox into my phone. Same thing. I have 200 voice memos on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of it's in retrospect you go back and you're thought the idea was amazing that night, and it's just shit the next day. You're oh, but you just leave it.
It sounded good when I was drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's totally true though. Yeah.
Another thing that I get from a lot of bands is that to make it, not only do you have to do the hard work, which I know you guys do, so that's already taken care of.
Right.
It's writing good songs.
Mm-hmm.
So writing songs that the fans will like, to writing songs that mean something to you.
Sure.
How do you guys meld those together and come up with something that is going to be appreciative to your fans?
Yeah. Well, I don't know that we've necessarily thought of it quite like that. Like I said, when we were making the band, we just wanted to make songs that we liked. Mm-hmm. And what we were shooting for, though, was really heavy and really universal. So I think that just kind of works out as far as people liking it. Because we're pretty good at accomplishing things like if we want to make a sound, like David will record like acoustic stuff, and we had like a Queens of the Stone Age kind of style thing going for a while, like some punk stuff, some EDMs. Like we do all kinds of things. We just like to make music.
Yeah.
So with this band though, yeah, we wanted to make something, like we were very intentional of making it like like System of a Down, Slipknot, Pantera, White Zombie, where it was really heavy, but it was universal. It could be digested in so many different ways. But that was just because we wanted to hear that band, whatever that band sounded like. So we never really had the intention of I want somebody to like this. We wanted we wanted to like it. That was it.
Okay.
And we wanted to accomplish a sound when we made it, and that's all that it was. And it was like we both, for some reason, honed in really well on this is what Dead sounds like. This is Dead, and we would write something and be like, that doesn't sound like Dead for some reason. We would be like, so it was just like we really honed in on this vibe. And I think we'll try to stick with that, honestly, because it worked really well this time, for people. And I wouldn't want to like try to start writing songs for other people, because that was one of the main reasons that I did this band, because I've been in other bands before where I felt like it wasn't as fun. It felt more contrived when I was trying to write songs that I thought other people would like. Sometimes when you do that, you'll make a song. If you don't like it really that much and you put it out there and someone else doesn't really like it, then no one wins.
No one wins.
If you at least like it and they don't like it, then, especially with us the way we are, it was like, at this point in time, because I've done that before and it wasn't very fulfilling. I felt very empty when trying to make music that other people would like, more so than myself.
Okay.
So this whole thing of doing this was to be fun and to make music that we liked.
Well, you guys resonate through a huge different ages, generations.
That's what it feels like. It's crazy.
I mean, you guys, the experience that you give on stage really goes over for a lot of people. I mean, it really does. And I'll be the first one to say, on anywhere you want me to, I'll say, if you call me and say, hey, we need a soundbite, I'll give it to you. You guys are probably the most known unknown band.
Right. That's cool.
Because you guys are so fucking good.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
You are so good on stage. I mean, there isn't a crowd that you cannot please. And it doesn't matter if they're my age or 19-year-olds.
Right.
You guys really kind of transcend that whole thing. And the sound that, like you said, you guys just make a sound that you like, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So when other bands tell me you have to write good songs, you guys write good songs. I
think we, to say that, like, I don't want to say we write good songs. I say, like, we write music we like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we still, we love good songwriters. Like, we don't just like bands that people think we sound like. We like so much more music, and we study what those bands do so much more, and we incorporate that. Again, I don't even know if it's consciously. It might be subconsciously. It's whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We listen to a lot of styles of music, and because if you're listening to one style of music, you're not hearing so many things. Especially as, like, the way that we digest so many things. Especially nowadays with technology, with your phone and your, like, with TV and YouTube and whatever it is, like, all those things, different ways that we digest things, it all goes into you. It's all becomes a part of you and your experience, you know? It's all going to come out of you when you create things, you know, in a lot of ways. So anyway, like, I don't know if that's long-winded or not, but we like good songs. We like, you know, a good pop song. Like, we love that. We love, just like, to me, like, you know, Imagine is the best song ever written. You know what I'm saying? I don't, lyrically and just everything about it. You know, David, like, both of us, we listen to a lot of John Mayer. Like, we listen to all kinds of music that you maybe wouldn't expect. If you heard us, you'd be like, oh, they only listen to Lamb of God and Slipknot and, you know, Linkin Park or whatever.
Right.
That's what you maybe would think. But we listen, like, every time we listen to a lot of hardcore music. We listen to a lot of punk. like reggae, like everything. So I mean, and if you're not listening to all that, I feel like you're narrowing your creative like.
But
Just
you
the way-
can't think. I mean, it's just like reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna. You can't digest different vocabulary if you don't read a book.
Right.
You can't digest different sounds of music if you don't listen to different sounds.
Exactly,
Of music.
yeah.
I mean, I love Sinatra.
Sure,
I can listen
absolutely.
to Sinatra all fucking
Oh,
day.
dude, yeah.
My mother, when my mother was alive, I grew up on Motown.
Okay.
I can listen to Motown all day.
We do that all the time in the van, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we
love
just put on
Motown.
like Motown radio, or like we'll do Otis Redding radio, or just
Yeah.
whatever on Spotify, and just smooth, like just beautiful, good
Yeah.
good tunes. You know.
But
yeah.
and you need that because then you can think, you know what? This new song we have,
Mm.
we might be able to incorporate this type of this, you know,
Yeah, whether it's a
turn this
groove.
horn into a riff.
Exactly. We did that with hip hop too a lot. Like a lot of because hip hop just has like some of the best, the best beats and whatnot. We'll take a beat and turn it into a guitar riff, and then you would have no clue that we did that, but the rhythm gets incorporated in there, and so I feel like something in you when you hear it, you feel that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So again, there's just no boundary on where we take our. That's why we try to refer to ourselves as we say fresh metal or whatever, but it's like alternative. Like we grew up in that time where there were no rules, and it got lumped into new metal, but it really came from alternative. Like that's what the whole like the 90s into the early 2000s was like alternative music. You know what I mean? So that's what there's no boundaries. We listen to a lot of hip hop, metal, rock, punk, pop, whatever we want to listen to, we listen to it.
And then you can incorporate it all
Yeah.
and do your thing, and it's working. It
Yeah,
really
thank
is.
you, man,
And,
yeah.
and I can't wait till the day that you guys are headlining, touring, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I interviewed them when they were just on a little bitty stage over there.
Sure. This is a great place, though. Actually, this is really
Oh,
cool.
this is
Yeah,
fucking
this is an awesome place.
This is really cool.
Stoked
I
for
love
it.
coming to the Forge and seeing bands and just kind of hanging out, because I mean, when we come here, we know a lot of people, and
Sure.
it's so much fun hooking up with people we might not have seen in months.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no, it's
but-
great.
Well, I know you're busy. I know you got other people in there that want to talk to you.
Sure,
So I'm going
yeah.
to let you go. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you, brother.
I really
Appreciate
appreciate
it, man.
it.
Yeah, thank you for all the kind words. Means a lot.
And whatever, and I tell you guys this all the time, whatever you guys need, please give us a call.
Sure,
Anything.
thank you.
If you guys need a place to sleep,
All right.
anything, just let us know, and we'll do what we can for you.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
it, brother.
this is Dead, D-E-D. Check them out. We'll see you back at the Forge. This is Asgard Radio.